Place, but we would have attacked just for decoration. Could argue that what was
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing on this fine day? I'm in high spirits, as you can tell, because I have got the day off work, and if you work full time, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that when you have a day off, it feels like you have been given the gift of time travel. Like, if there's so many hours in the day, and it's like, should be at my desk right now, but I'm not. It's also really sunny outside, and I figured for this video I am going to spend the day doing things that I love and kind of like a little self-date. I've seen some YouTubers do taking myself on a date kind of videos. Thought it would be a good way to spend the day. So one of my favourite things to do is to go to a new city. So I'm going to see if I can hunt out any vintage stores. I'm going to do some beauty shopping, check out some natural beauty bits, maybe some vegan foodie places if I can find anywhere. So I'm going to go to Birmingham. I have been to Birmingham before, but only through Birmingham. Like, I've been to the big train station. So I'm going to head on up there on my own, a little solo date. And whilst I'm there, I'm going to check out the Birmingham Bull Ring, which is like their big shopping centre in city centre, the Holland and Barrett there, because they have really kindly invited me to go and check it out and have a little look, because they've got loads of natural beauty bits in there. And I'm so excited because I haven't bought any natural beauty products apart from the Gresser foundation samples, which I should have a video on sometime soon. But other than that, I haven't really bought anything from natural beauty brands in a while, and I love supporting smaller natural vegan beauty brands, so I'm excited to check it out. So let's get cracking, because I need to get my train. Just packing my bag. I'm taking a notebook, my little pouch, this is from Rouge, got my makeup in, any top-ups I need to do, reusable water bottle, reusable flask, and my reusable tote bag as well, because I am feeling spendy.
Is the 10:36 service to Birmingham Moor Street.
Here we are, beauty products, zero waste products, low waste products. It's very fancy. I'm very excited to have a little browse. Some of the brands here are new to me, but this is an old favourite, Trilogy. Their rosehip oil is so good. And I just saw this. They've got a cleansing oil. I'm a sucker for a cleansing oil. And it's also on 25% off. They do Ren skincare here. I mentioned this in my ethical, well, it wasn't this, it was the body wash that I mentioned in my ethical gift guide this year. And I hadn't actually heard of this brand before. Apothecary, probably butchering that. Body balm. I love a body balm, face balm, anything balm I'm a fan of. I don't know why, but whenever I see it evolve in stores for sale, I feel like a proud parent, because they're doing so well. This is such a nice mask. I mentioned this in my 2019 favourites. Actually, I've got the one that's got blueberries in, not coconut, but it's a mask and an exfoliant in one. Really like that. And then this is Hanna Sillitoe. She was on Dragon's Den and obviously got investment. So different kinds of skincare. She also does shampoo and conditioner. I think I might try the hydrating cleanser. Going right in my basket. Tanning section here. And I was looking at this online. Pretty sure the person who made this brand was also on Dragon's Den. I'm a big fan of Dragon's Den, if you can't tell. So I might pick this up. They also do a mousse. So they got a lotion, a mousse, a tanning oil. Okay, so just taking you off to a quiet corner to show you what I picked up. A face tan oil. These, which I've always been very intrigued by. Never heard of this brand, but they stock quite a few sustainable menstrual products. This cleanser, hydrating cleanser, I'm always in need of hydration, so high hopes for that. A pressed mineral foundation. This is by PHB, who I have heard of before, but I've never actually been able to swatch their products in store. So it's quite exciting to have a little look at their range. Self-tan lotion. Again, I've heard of this brand before, but I've never been able to find it in store. And one of the beauty brands they stock is Inika, which is a completely vegan range. So I picked up their mineral mattifying primer and a lip crayon. This is a really pretty pink nude. And then last but not least, picked up this mineral eyeshadow from Beautiful Me. success. Hello everyone, I'm just about to get on the train home. I was going to go to this place called Cherry Reds that I've been recommended. It does really good vegan options, the menu looked great, and hopefully I can come back and try it because it did look amazing and I was really looking forward to it. But don't really have time, so I just picked up some sushi. And yeah, I'm going to get on the train now before it leaves. It's on the platform behind me. So it turns out having a date with yourself is actually kind of great because you can decide exactly what you want to do. You don't have to run it by anyone, you can just do whatever you want to do. And as I mentioned this morning, my original plan was to explore Birmingham a bit and to find a vegan place to have lunch and eat on my own and do some thrifting, which I did do some thrifting, but I was feeling a little bit crummy. I've just had a little bit of a cold. So I kind of decided, change of plan, instead of going out to eat, I am going to come home and cook myself a romantic dinner. But let me show you what I picked up in Holland & Barrett first, and I'll show you the thrifted clothes I picked up. Well, I only picked up one thing technically, but I picked up some stuff yesterday in a charity shop that I thought I'd just throw in here just for good measure. Okay, so in terms of beauty, they had a fake tan section / sun care section. So seeing this product online in some kind of like plastic free websites, but I've never seen it in store to actually look at and, you know, read. I like being able to hold stuff in my hand. Like, I feel like the high street will never die because people like to see products before they buy them. I mean, it's all well and good ordering online. I get that there's a place for that, but when it comes to beauty, especially clean beauty, because a lot of the time you do have to order it online and you are taking a bit of a gamble when it comes to different shades and tones, like if you're trying to match yourself online. It's not so easy. So if you haven't heard of this product, it's by the brand Tan Organic, and it's their self-tan lotion. When I opened this box, I was immediately enamoured. Look at this bottle. Like, isn't that just a work of art? And I also picked up their facial tan oil because I was using a tanning toner by Eco Tan, which I still do really like, but it does go, it's quite a big bottle that it's sold in, and it does go off quite quickly because it is a natural product. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I love Dragon's Den, and if you don't know what Dragon's Den is, some overseas versions of it are called Shark Tank. It's basically where people go into the den and pitch their idea, and there's different dragons that are like multi-millionaires or whatever, and they invest or they don't invest, and Tan Organic was invested in, as was Hanna Sillitoe. So the fact that those two brands were both stocked in this store, I was absolutely in my element. Oh, this is the kombucha that I picked up. Raspberry and elderflower. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a Hanna Sillitoe product. So I picked up her hydrating cleanser. I love cleansers and I love hydrating cleansers, and when I saw this on the shelf, I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to try that. Comes in a glass bottle and it says amaranth. Isn't that a grain? I'm pretty sure that's kind of like a grain, like quinoa. Amaranth, not grain, whatever quinoa is. Amaranth, hemp and coconut oil. Interesting. Okay, coconut oil. I don't know how I'm going to get on with this. I'm very intrigued. I thought it was going to be kind of like a creamy consistency, but it's more like a clear gel with a kind of yellow tint to it. And then in terms of beauty, I picked up 2 Inika products. I have tried a few things from Inika. Their baked foundation, their highlighter. I wasn't really a fan of the highlighter, but their baked foundation was okay. Not much else. Maybe their lip gloss. Have I tried their lip gloss or something? But yeah, it's a brand that I haven't tried too much from. If you want to see like a whole video on Inika, I can make a few purchases and try and get a whole face of makeup together, because they've got loads of different products and some of their lipsticks looked absolutely beautiful, but I actually went for one of their lipstick crayons instead. I like these because they are wooden, basically, apart from the cap. You don't have any packaging to, get rid of or recycle at the end. We also had PHB Beauty, which I have actually not tried before, but I have heard people talk about. So it's entirely vegan, entirely cruelty-free. Inika is completely vegan as well. And this is their pressed mineral foundation in porcelain. I like the look of this because firstly, it's completely packaged in cardboard, which is amazing. Secondly, it has SPF 30 in it, as well as giving you a bit of coverage. So I'm hoping this matches my skin colour. I just went for the lighter shade as per usual. Oh, and the other product I got from Inika is their mineral mattifying powder for underneath my eyes, because more and more I'm getting, like, I have really, really fine lines underneath my eyes because my eyes are so small that I get little lines developing of makeup. But if I use a powder like this and set them when I'm doing my makeup, it kind of prevents it, so that's my plan for this. And then the last makeup product I picked up is the Beautiful Me Mineral Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Her Majesty. I've never tried anything from Beautiful Me, but what I liked is that they labelled which brands were completely vegan and which brands Well, I mean, obviously, if it's not labelled as vegan, it's not completely vegan. But I like that this whole stand had vegan on it so that I could shop without having to check the ingredients list of everything. First world problems, I know. I was actually looking at the emerald shade. It was like a really beautiful green shade. But I was thinking to myself, would I wear this? How often would I wear this? And then the shop assistant recommended this one. She said this is her favourite shade. And it is beautiful. It's a really pretty pink shade. It's got a gold reflect to it. And then last but not least, I picked up these Flux undies. These are period pants or period proof underwear. Each pair you buy helps a girl in need. That's cool, I didn't see that. Do they donate to Buy You For Her scheme? Each pair you buy helps a girl in need. Find out more. Oh, I'll have to look that up online. Basically, these are underwear that you wear when you're on your period and you don't have to wear a pad and you don't have to wear a tampon. So these were £27, I think. And yeah, I'm excited to test them out. And that is my little haul. I'm going to do a little try on thrift haul as well, I reckon. I'm just in a chatty mood now. I've had a day all on my own and I just feel like I need to talk to the camera, so... Nonsense. I'm going to put some makeup on top of the makeup I already have, so I'm testing whether this is a good touch-up product. The pressed foundation I mentioned. I'm going to use the So Eco multitasking brush. It's not as dense as a foundation brush, but it's not as fluffy as a powder brush. It's a hybrid of the two. I'm really hoping this is not too cakey. I'm very attracted to the fact that this has got SPF in it though, because I always think if you're out in the sun all day and you've applied SPF 50 in the morning, obviously that's not going to cover you for the whole day. So things like this, sort of touch-up kind of products that have mineral SPF in, are such a good idea. This is giving me nice coverage actually. And then the other powder I got, like I mentioned, is this loose powder, which I'm going to take on the same brush. Pop underneath my eyes. Obviously this isn't going to... Oh, a bit too much there. Less is more, and also I've just put a powder on so I might look a little bit too powdery now. And then the lip product, this pink Nude. I said that weirdly. Is it nude or is it nude? You get nice control with a crayon actually. I haven't used a lip crayon in ages. But you can kind of use it as you would a lip liner. And then last but not least, I'm going to pop a little bit of that mineral eyeshadow on my eyelid. The thing is with mineral eyeshadows, when it comes to makeup, I want the most convenient kind of makeup, and mineral eyeshadows honestly give such a beautiful pigment. It's basically like a loose eyeshadow, so when you put it on your eyelid you get a really beautiful pigment. Like, it's very intense. I mean, depending on the shade, like, it can be really intense. You can apply them wet, they look amazing, kind of like foiled, but I have to really like the colour to go to all that effort as opposed to just using a pressed eyeshadow. That colour is worth the effort. It's just given a really nice kind of like ethereal shimmer to the eye. So yeah, thank you so much to Holland & Barrett for letting me come along and have a little look at the Bullring store. They've got something like 800 plus different ranges. It's interesting because you maybe wouldn't think of Holland & Barrett as being the first place to go for natural makeup, but they do everything else natural, so why not makeup? I also picked up, dun 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 dun, This Isn't Bacon, plant-based rashes. Now that we're all dolled up, take my hand, let's go and have a nice romantic meal for two. Date for one. Tuck in. Been slaving over a hot stove. Let's try this vegan bacon. Oh, cheers. Cheers. Literally tap water. The croutons look crispy. This is very weird being on a dinner date on your own. Just commenting on the food. Yeah. The bacon looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, my compliments to the chef, if I do say so myself. The bacon's really good, but the croutons, wow. I just want to say thanks for spending the day with me. It's been a fun day. I've had a very good, wholesome day. Done a lot of my favourite activities. Sometimes it's just quite nice to have a day where you have nothing to do other than just what you want to do. But yeah, I've got a dinner to eat, so I'm going to love you and leave you, and hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.